Hey there, you guys. Welcome back. I told you that I'd bring you in when I did the pruning on this Bougainvillea that I have that I think I've had it for 2 years. It started off as a very small plant, and they are very, very vigorous growers, and they can become very weedy, and they have thorns, so if they get too out of control, they become a nuisance, but they're so beautiful when they're in flower. So I really like the look of these when they're really kept trimmed and nice. So I am going to be training this into a standard. So I've got this in a pot here. I overwinter it in the basement. I keep it dry and it does defoliate. It loses all of its leaves, and it's okay with that. Last winter I started watering it, I guess late winter, early spring, and then it ended up getting a spider mite infestation, so I cut off the water again and it defoliated. So it is not a very happy camper. The leaves are just starting to come out. They started to come out in April, and then we got that cold weather, and all of the leaves died again, and I didn't know if it was going to survive. And then not long after I did the backyard tour video, when it was getting really, really warm out, we got a week of cold. Or no, it wasn't a week of cold, sorry, it was 2 days of almost freezing temperatures. Some of the areas around us got some snow. So it has been a very interesting spring, and the leaves did not like it. I think we got down to about 3 degrees Celsius for that one day, but it was about 4 degrees the day before, and yeah, the leaves were very limp, but they didn't fall off, and they're bouncing back. So the plant itself has been through the ringer. So now I'm going to prune it. I waited a week or two, I can't remember, before I even thought about doing this pruning, but things seem to be coming back, and it'll actually bounce back a little faster with some pruning, because it's not going to be trying to put leaves out all along all of its longer branches. I'm going to remove quite a bit of the foliage. So what you want to do, I'll show you from top to bottom of the plant where I've cut things off. Down at the bottom I ended up removing a large branch, and I ended up keeping just this main stalk here, and there were many other branches, but I just kept the one, and I trained it up a pole, and I have it tied to the pole, and it's being supported, and now at the top here is where I want the ball to start. So we'll see how that all goes, but right now I want to remove all of these side branches. So all of those are going to go, as you can see them there. So let's trim these off. There's not going to be a rhyme or reason to how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to trim it off pretty close to the stem. The main trunk that I want to have is the main tree trunk, and I'm just going to cut off all of the branches. I hope all of this is coming into focus. So it's going to be hard for some people to watch, because pruning things is a difficult thing for some people. It gets easier. It gets so much easier. So I'm going through and I'm cutting all of the branches, and then we're left with the top canopy umbrella portion. So I'm going to actually be cutting these back to maybe 6 to 10 inches long for each one, and that's going to cause all of these little growths to expedite their growth rate. You'll notice after you prune them, maybe a couple of weeks after, they start putting out lots of new growth. They've got a lot of energy coming up from the roots, and it used to be going to all of these other branches, but now it's focusing on just a few. So it seems like it's a pretty hard job to do, but once you see the results of it, it becomes easier over time. So I'll bring you in a little bit closer again to show you what this looks like now, and actually I'll bring you in closer just to look at the whole thing again, because I forgot to take the video of the up and down before it was all pruned off. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy. And let me know if you're trying to prune your Bougainvillea into a standard as well, or whether you do a different shape with it. I'd love to see your progress. And yeah, Until next time, you guys, happy growing.